welcome to the life of Rio. So after, our little trip and whatnot, it was Thanksgiving Day, and I decided to, help out in the kitchen. But before I helped out in the kitchen, I wanted to show you what everybody was doing. Astrid, she just followed me everywhere. The cat, I have no clue what he was doing. My baby boy Tahir, all he does is play games. Kiki was waiting to play games. And TJ and Nate, they were just knocked out. Like they had a long night. They were just knocked out. But I'm in the kitchen, being a sous chef. About to help make. I ain't gonna hold you. I made so much stuff, I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly what all was made. Well, let me not say I made so much stuff. I helped make so much stuff. I wouldn't exactly be able to tell you, like, as I'm doing everything, like, as I watch this, as I'm editing, I'm not gonna hold you. Like, I'm like, dang, I don't even know what I was cutting these potatoes for. Like, there was like three dishes. I think 2-3 dishes that got potatoes, but I wouldn't be able to tell you. I really wouldn't be able to tell you what dish was what. Like, I wouldn't be able to tell you. But, I had to pull out the skills, I was told, I can't cook. I know how to cook a good breakfast, but when it came to actual meals, if your favorite meal ain't breakfast, I don't know what to tell you. But nah, let me stop playing. I can cook. I just like to get really creative in the kitchen. Like, if you're not a soul food person, I'll try to make soul food. I'm not the absolute best at it, but I try to make it. My boy, he asked me what I was doing, and I told him I was making a video, but I was just recording for it. And he was very curious. He asked me a lot of questions about it. And to be honest, after I was done doing these peas, I had to go upstairs and show him. I mean, he found it by himself on his, but I had to show him again, because I guess when he tried to pull it up, it wouldn't pop up. I've never knew how to, do peas before. I was watching this show called The Family Reunion on Netflix, and Jade, she was helping Madeir do the peas, and I was like, I've never done that before, and bam, here I am doing it. I felt like a real Southern girl for a second. But nah, we made a whole lot. Like, a whole lot was made. I don't really too much want to talk during this too much, but I can't promise that I won't, speak every now and then if I'm going to be 100 with you. Sometimes I speak, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's mainly because I don't know what to say. And it's kind of getting to that point where I don't know what to say. But there was, a lot of peas. Looking at the 2 packs, I'm not going to hold you. When I looked at the 2 packs, I thought it was, it was going to be pretty quick. But no, it was not quick at all. It was really, really, really time consuming. Like, before I sped this video up and did a time lapse, that's what it's called, a time lapse. I couldn't figure that word out for nothing. But before I put a time lapse on it, truthfully, this video alone was like 20 minutes. I mean, that's not a long time, but it was a long time. But eventually I got it all. You see me whipping up in there, you feel me? I knew I could do something, you feel me? I could do a little something in the kitchen, cooking it up. And then those peas that I, broke down and did. I think this was green bean casserole, if I'm not mistaken. And, she had to dance. She's been dancing, the whole time, that whole time in the kitchen. That was the only way she could really stay up and busy. Well, not busy, but not, get tired and wore down, because, this shit was a big meal. We was cooking for a lot. It was a freaking big meal. And, oh my goodness, afterwards, truthfully, we didn't even care to eat. We did eat, but we did not care to eat. We really just wanted to sleep, because we got up, I think we started cooking around 7. And we didn't finish until probably 8 going on 9 if I'm not mistaken. I wouldn't be able to tell you truthfully, but it did take like a really long time. But and she looked at my camera and she said it was blurry and she tried to fix it, but there was no fixing it because I cracked it. I have my phone in my pocket and I also have my tools in my pocket, and I guess it cracked by my camera. So it's just been blurry ever since. I was gonna get it fixed, but I actually just need a whole new update for my phone. So, well, upgrade. I need to upgrade my phone. I haven't really gotten around to doing that, mainly because, truthfully, I don't like paying, like, I don't like monthly bills, and right now I only pay $69 for my line, so I'm not trying to, you know, go back to $100 or $200 just for an upgrade. You know, nothing's really wrong with my phone. It can make calls, it can still text and whatnot. It's just my camera. That's literally it. Speaking of cameras, I brought my camera and couldn't even use it. Like, when I say I was so upset, I was so upset. Like, I don't know what it was. I charged the battery the day before, and for some reason, it just was not working. Like, it just wasn't working. So if I put it to the cord and put it on, it worked perfectly fine. But if I put the battery in, for some reason it wasn't working, and I put the battery to charge, still wasn't working. So I assume the battery got defected some way, somehow. I wish I could tell you, but I have no clue. So I was just like, you know, forget it. Well, what brought it to my attention was Fidel when he asked me about it, and I told him that I don't know, it wasn't working, and you know, he looked at it and whatnot, but he couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. But for my birthday / Christmas / I think he just said every holiday, actually, because at first he was just like, this is a birthday / Christmas present, and then I asked him about what about the other holidays, and he's like, this is just everything. This is every holiday. This is all of them. So he bought me batteries. He bought me 3 batteries that came with chargers. Well, it came with a charger, and it was supposed to get there. So what he did was he ordered the battery, like, he ordered it while I was sleeping, to be honest with you. He ordered it while I was sleeping, and then, what happened? It got there Friday before I left, because I left Saturday morning. It got there Friday, and it wasn't right. Like, it turned my camera on and everything. It just did not, it wasn't compatible with it. Like, my camera turned on, and it turned on just to tell me, yeah, this battery is not gonna work, and then turned off. I found that so funny because, damn, I'm glad you were able to tell me before, you know, you just decided not to work. But I really appreciate you. So I told him it's not the right one. We returned those. Well, he sent those back, and he had me put in my address to send them up here to Alabama because they weren't gonna make it down there in time. So they came. They came that next week, like that next week, that following week on Wednesday. They came in the mail. I tried them out. I tested it out. It works perfect. To be honest with you, since Thanksgiving, I have not touched my camera. Like, I tested it out and everything, but I have not tested it or took it out or anything since I got back. I think it's mainly because, I mean, I made a video on it already. I'm actually editing this pretty late, but I wasn't really like in the right mental to really want to make videos, at least not to share. So I haven't really touched my camera, but I plan on making a change with that because he bought me these batteries and I bought SD cards and whatnot. So I'm pretty much ready. You feel me? But them onions, I ain't gonna hold you. Them onions got me. I can't even lie. Like, they had me sniffling and crying. Like, Oh my eyes, like just thinking about it just makes me want to cry because it was just that bad. And I don't know, I really had fun cooking in the kitchen. I ain't gonna lie, like since I got back, I've been cooking. Believe it or not, I've actually helped my dad. Well, I'm not gonna say help my dad because my dad, he had like he don't need help in the kitchen. Like you move. I guess I move too slow for him in the kitchen because he'll tell me, you know, to get out the way. And at that point, when he's in the kitchen, I just don't go in there. But I do, like, since I could help with Thanksgiving, I've been, you know, I've been helping out more. I'm not gonna say helping out more. I've been cooking more. I've made some of the things that I helped make down in Florida for Thanksgiving. At least the things that I literally pretty much made the whole time. Like, I did the corn, so I know how to do corn. I did the green bean casserole. I did make that. I just didn't cut up the seasonings. So when it comes to the seasonings, I have to call my mother dear right over there and ask her about it. This boy right here, all he does is mess with me. Like my whole trip, he just wanted to mess with me. I kid you not. Like all he wanted to do was mess with me, and he let him tell it's because he's missed me and there's nobody in the house to mess with. There's a whole bunch of bodies in this house, and he tells me there's nobody to mess with. But that's my boy. I love Nate. That's my baby. They're all my babies, to be honest. Like, I just care for each and every single one of them so much. I know I'm jumping around a lot, but it's mainly because, like, as I'm watching this and editing it, I'm just really excited. There was a lot. Like, I know you've seen that little stack of cheese, but to shred all of that was a lot. Like, that was a pretty freaking long process. No cap. But I ain't gonna hold you. It came out really good. Like, for her to switch it up and run off her own, you know, imagination. Well, not imagination, but her own creative activities or whatever, and her own inspiration. That's what it is. Her own little inspiration and idea. She just ran with it, and it came out. It came out good. It came out really good. So good. So far, this is what's going on. He finally decides to come in the kitchen and help. He over here making his famous carrot juice. That shit was really good too. But you know, this just look at this man. Look at this man. Who does he think he is? That nigga. But after finally finished cooking, I decided, you know, I wanted to take a little couple videos and pictures. Dario, if you ask me where he was right here, I'm not gonna hold you. I was really happy when I seen him with I forgot who he was with. He was on the couch, I know that much. He was on the couch, and I think Fidel was over there and they were watching the game. But this is all the food that we freaking made. Well, no, this isn't even all of it. This is all of it.
Anyways,
and these are all my loved ones, the people I hold dearly. Raina had to say grace. She wasn't really game for that. And of course, I had to get my baby in here. But that's it, guys. You keep being awesome. Shine bright. Get up.